What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing today? Having a good time here? Nice, nice. We are here with SYFY WIRE live from Emerald City Comic-Con in Seattle. I'm Andre Meadows, one of the co-hosts of Geekly on Sci-Fi and Snapchat. And we are here to talk about this property, this franchise, you might have heard of it, called Star Wars. Anyone heard of the Star Wars? Yeah. There's a stormtrooper in the back like, yes, I've heard of it. So yes, Star Wars, of course, we got the movies, and we've also got some books, and we've also got some comics, and we're talking about one of the comics today, a very cool comic called Star Wars Adventures. And with me is Landry Walker, the writer, and Derek Charm, the artist of Star Wars Adventures. Give him a round of applause. Thank him for being here. I actually have a copy of one of them right here, if you have not seen it, Star Wars Adventures. And what you probably have noticed right off the bat is there's a lot of different characters from a lot of different eras of Star Wars. So that's one of the things I think is interesting about this book. So could you tell us just a little bit about how Star Wars Adventures is and the fact that you're able to pull from so many different versions of Star Wars history in this?
Well, I mean, as you say, the exciting thing about it is we're covering all eras of Star Wars. We can it's kind of our sandbox to play in the prequel era, the classic, or the new films, and touch into that stuff. There's a lot of room to explore with, especially for me, I'm really enjoying getting into the prequel era stuff, because I feel like there's just a lot of stuff. The universe at that point, the galaxy is so huge. There's so much to play with. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun with it. So.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's every 2 or so issues is a different era in Star Wars. So like, it never gets boring or repetitive because you're always like new characters, new locations, new aliens. So it's awesome.
Yeah. So I guess it's got to be an interesting thing because like what's always nice about the books and the comics is that you can explore, go into more in detail about the different characters in the universe. So how do you go about deciding like what's a character that we want to focus more of a story on?
Well, I mean, speaking for me, when I'm putting together pitches, it's just based on whatever I'm really interested in at that moment. You know, if it's really just being kind of a super fan at that point and going, I want to tell this story here about Princess Leia. I'm going to tell a Princess Leia super spy story, and that's what I'm going to pitch. Now, it's up to people who live in the Lucasfilm clouds and all that to make a decision on whether we move forward with that pitch.
Right.
But I mean, they've been amazing to work with so far. The process, the approval process, all of that, at least on the writing end, has been, they're just really, they have a whole department dedicated towards a story group, towards just curating it and making sure that not only are we staying within the continuity, but that we're having fun doing it. That is an important thing to Lucasfilm, the let's enjoy what we're doing factor. How's it been on the art?
Yeah, they're really encouraging about making it like fun and bright and using like unusual colors for like a space thing and not being like stuck doing actor likenesses. Like we can make them look cartoony and like a character rather than an actor. So it's been really fun and they've been really cool about everything.
Yeah, that's one of the things I want to talk about. It seems like that Star Wars Adventures, separate from the other comics, I know there's different Star Wars series out there, but it seems like it has a very distinct art style to it. What was sort of the process of deciding like how you want to have that look specifically for Adventures comic?
Yeah, at first they asked us for a bunch of artists actually for like a bunch of samples, but it was really weird to think about Star Wars in a cartoony way because you're so used to seeing it. So I think there was a lot of like, I wasn't sure if I was doing it right, and they're like, no, it's exactly what we want, so it worked out.
I mean, I think it's great when you look at his art and some of the other artists who have worked on it. You look at Han Solo, it's this cartoony Han Solo, but you know it's Han Solo. You look at any of these characters, they're boiled down to the iconic representation of themselves that is instantly recognizable for all ages. And that's right there, the key line is all ages. It's not a kid's book, it's an all ages book that, you know, you want it to be accessible to 6-year-olds and 60-year-olds. So I think the art really speaks to that.